Okay, dude, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to build a service that is actually worthy of $20,000 or more per month. Now, here's the biggest mistake that online coaches, online consultants make when trying to grow their business. They go on, they watch loads of YouTube videos from online gurus, business mentors, business coaches, so on and so forth. And most of these channels and most of these videos really only focus their attention in two areas, which is one, attention, how do you get traffic to your offer? And two, sales, like how do you convert that traffic into paying clients? And both of those things are really key components of growing a business. Of course they are, right? I've made tons of videos on traffic and sales. But something even more important than both of those things is the results that you deliver to your clients and the way that you deliver your service to your clients. Because I'm a massive firm believer that when you get this bit right, the results right, when the service is world-class, downstream from that, you will get more eyeballs on your offer and you'll make more sales. So in this video specifically, I'm going to show you how you can actually deliver your service in such a way to your clients that you get better lifetime value from your clients, which means more money. You get more eyeballs on your offer because of the results that you're getting with your clients, which means more money. And you make sales easier because people know the results you deliver are world-class, which means you get more money. So I have to reiterate the make more money point, because the hard and sad reality is that as business owners, we're quite often only focused on this, which is understandable. We need to keep the lights on, we need to pay the bills. As an entrepreneur, there's lots of fun things that we want to do, cool shit that we want to buy. So by putting the money spin on results, hopefully you're going to stick around and watch this video in full. And if you're not, jog on now. This is not going to be the video for you. I digress. So let's get stuck into this. And I want to start by just laying out some fundamental groundwork here. You've got to understand that in your coaching business, you have a toolkit. You have things that you can use at different times within your client journey. And each of these tools has upsides and downsides, like anything in life. That is the polarity of life. So with one-to-one calls, they're extremely effective at getting clients results because it's a live conversation, whether it's on the phone or Zoom or in person. A one-to-one conversation live with a client is really effective because you can deal with challenges there and then. The speed of communication is rapid, and you can give very personalized advice in the moment. The downside of one-to-one calls is they take a lot of your time and energy. They are not scalable, okay? They're low leverage. Conversely, we have group calls. You kind of flip the benefits and the downsides on their head with this one. So they are extremely high leverage. It doesn't matter how many people I have on a group call, I can still convey my message and get a point across. So extremely high leverage. But they are maybe not as effective at helping individuals' problems. Okay, you might be a client of mine and have a very specific problem to your business and to your niche. And by me only communicating with you on a group call, I maybe don't nail in on that specific problem for you and your issues don't get solved. Okay, so understand the difference there. Bespoke plans are extremely effective, right? If you come to me with a set of challenges and goals that you would like to overcome and achieve, and I create a bespoke plan and strategy for you and deliver that to you, and you implement it, you get a result. That's awesome. Now, again, great efficacy, very effective at getting results for your clients, but low leverage because it takes a lot of time and energy on my part to make that plan for you. And it maybe lasts for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, however long that plan is set out to be for. Course material. I'm going to come on to course material in tons of detail in this video because I genuinely believe it's the one thing that most online coaches neglect to create for their business that would probably yield the biggest return on their time and energy. I genuinely believe that. Course material is extremely labor intensive on the front end for the business owner to create. So if you're an online coach who helps, if you're a business coach, you help people make more money through lead generation, sales, or whatever. Course material is extremely high leverage because you build it once and your clients can go through it over and over and over again and get results whilst you are asleep. which is awesome. Okay, so course material is really, really key and important. There are lots of things that people get wrong with course material, and I'm going to come on to that in a future slide in just a second. But course material, just to be clear, really effective at getting clients results and very high leverage, but labor intensive on the front end to build, which is why a lot of people don't do it. In-person events, low leverage, right? Because they take your time, energy, you've got to get event space, you've got to hire somewhere out, you've got to organize everyone coming together, but they're really effective. They're great for morale, they're great for team cohesion, community spirit, motivation, all of that stuff. In-person events are incredible, and you should be running them as a coach if you don't already. One-to-one chat support, amazing. Most people use this. If clients have questions day to day, use your one-to-one chat support to deal with quick problems for clients. Group chat support, fantastic, again, for team cohesion, for community building, and also for supporting people en masse. And then finally, something that we've just introduced into Remote Pro, which is my program, is AI tools. And these are really just used to help my clients win faster. They don't replace me, they don't replace coaching. They just help my clients get results quicker by using AI tools. So that is your toolkit. And there may be some that I've missed there. And if you feel like I have missed some, please pop them in the comments below, because I'm absolutely open to hearing those, and it'd be awesome to see what you guys think. That is your toolkit. Now, here's where it gets cool, or at least I think it gets cool. I kind of nerd out over this stuff, right? I've been running coaching businesses for the last decade, since leaving the British Army. So just a bit of a backstory here. I was in the British Army for about 9.5 years. And during my time in the military, I qualified as a physical training instructor, a PTI. So I was like in charge of thrashing the guys and getting them fit and ready for operations and so on. So it was a natural progression for me to leave the military and become a personal trainer. And that's when I got into coaching. And I've been in a coaching business or running a coaching business ever since, so for like the last 10 years. So the one-to-one access stack, this is my methodology for working with clients, because a big trap that you can fall into in your coaching business is having a very fixed approach to getting clients results. And when we come back to that first page, and remember what I said on the first page, is your coaching business actually worthy of making $20,000 per month? Because most people's aren't, right? They've got this fixed approach to delivering their service, and it actually just confines them from being able to go above and beyond for their clients and then ultimately making more money. So the one-to-one access stack is really straightforward. The fundamental principle is that your drip-fed course or program forms the foundation of what you do, okay? I put this picture of a brain here because for me, the drip-fed course is a way for me to allow my clients to basically download and consume all of my many, many years of knowledge and experience and expertise as it relates to helping them with their results. So you think about when a client comes to work with you, it's usually because there is a gap between the knowledge and the skills that they have to achieve the results that they want. And so they hire you as their coach or as their consultant to minimize that gap for them. And there's lots of ways that we can minimize that gap. And in my opinion, a drip-fed course that is enjoyable to go through, which is the key here. So I'm going to put that up on the board because that's where people get this wrong. You know, they make their drip-fed course pre-recorded Zoom meetings that go on for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and most of it is fluff, right? And then what happens is if you get your clients to sit down and watch a 2-hour Zoom meeting and they come away from that recording going, I am no better off after watching that video, and I've just wasted 2 hours of my life. They are far less inclined to go through and consume the rest of your course material, thus not downloading your knowledge and reducing the skill gap, and thus not actually getting what they came for and getting the result they came for. So your drip-fed course or program should be high intent, highly specific, short, sharp lessons and trainings that really educate your clients on everything they need to know to get the result that they came to you for in the first place. So it takes a lot of effort and energy, and it takes a very conscious effort on your end to build something that is highly curated and enjoyable for your clients to go through, okay? It is the highest leverage results mechanism, right? I cannot speak to a client can join me, they can onboard. We have a one-to-one onboarding call anyway in my program, but let's say I didn't speak to a client for the first 4 weeks of them working with me. They could literally be getting results and achieving what they came to me for in the first place just by going through my drip-fed course program, course material. That is how powerful this element of your business is, and that's how high leverage it is, okay? You build it once and it will get your clients results for a lifetime. Obviously, you have to update and improve and iterate as your skills improve and as the market changes and so on. But generally speaking, this is the highest leverage results mechanism. The third thing is it provides the kind of underpinning knowledge that your clients need to win, okay? If you think about everything that you need to educate your clients on for them to get a result, you can either communicate to that with them on one-to-one calls, Loom videos, group calls, and all of this stuff, or you can just compile it all into an amazing drip-fed program that your clients find enjoyable, being the key word, okay? And then the way the one-to-one access stack approach works is there are lots of different other tools that we lean upon as and when the clients need them. So coming back to this point here, let's say, for example, I learn a new strategy. I've invested in a mentor, I've learned some new strategies and I want to teach it to my clients. Great. We book in a group call. We do a weekly masterclass every week in my program, and I teach my guys it, teach my clients it. That's how I would pass on that knowledge, okay? Or let's say I've got a client who is really struggling with something hyper specific to their business and it's not covered in my training material, my course material. Great. Let's book in a call. Let's book in a one-to-one call. We book it there and then, okay? What I'm doing is the one-to-one access stack is basically using the appropriate tools at the right time to get your client the result that they came to you for. Now, the really interesting thing about this approach, the thing that I find so fascinating is since switching to this approach, giving my clients complete open access to me, where they can message me daily, they can book a call whenever they want to, the time that I'm actually spending on Zoom calls with clients has dropped significantly. It's gone from about 8 hours plus per week on Zoom calls with clients, dealing with problems, answering questions, because these were just pre-scheduled meetings that we had in our diary as part of my program, to now down to about 3 hours per week on Zoom calls, right? So cut it over 50%, which is ridiculous. That's a lot of my time and energy back. Because what tends to happen is when you say to people, I'm here exactly when you need me, if you need me for anything at all, they have no hesitation to book in with me. You remove the pressure to book in a call, okay? And it goes from being something that your clients feel like they have to do because it's part of your process to something that they want or need to do as and when they need to, okay? So it seems counterintuitive giving your clients open access to you, but it will actually improve your service, make you more money, and save you time, which is wild to think. Now, there's another element to actually having a coaching business that is worthy of $20,000 a month or more, and that is actually what you do with your marketing. And I want to show you how to create so much goodwill that your audience feel obligated to pay you money, okay? Because this is a big mistake that I see business owners, creators making when it relates to their content and their marketing. Big mistake. Number one, don't play your cards close to your chest, okay? So by playing your cards close to your chest, what I mean by that is kind of like trying to keep all of your secrets, trying to hide everything away because you have this mentality of, well, if I give all of my best stuff away, then what am I going to teach people on the inside of my program? When people invest in you and they invest in your program or your coaching, they're investing in proximity to you and they're investing in implementation, right? You're giving them information on the front end. You are proving your credibility and your knowledge on the front end in videos like this right now, okay? There is no use in you playing your cards close to your chest and keeping your secrets. Give it all away. And then when people invest in you, they're paying for the proximity to you and they're paying for implementation. So we do that by creating wow, not how content. So like take this video, for example. I'm very much giving you the broad concepts and thinking and ideas behind growing a coaching business, right? I'm not giving you the step-by-step actionable points. Now go and do this, click this button, download this software, so on and so forth. That is reserved for my paying clients who want, as I said a minute ago, implementation. Don't only show up when you have something to sell, right? I see these guys, they pop up on their Instagram or whatever it might be when they've got an offer or a launch happening or something like that, but they're nowhere to be seen when actually they haven't got something to sell, right? So make sure that you are consistently, as it says here, becoming a reliable source of aha moments, okay? So every single week, my goal is to provide as much value as I can in a video like this for you until you get to a point where you think, actually, I want some more hand-holding with this. I want some more support with this. Ollie has helped me a lot over the however many videos that I've watched. Let me reach out and speak to Ollie. So, by the way, if you're in that position right now, you can follow the link in the description below, and I would love to chat to you about your coaching business.